David, I want to just take a quick minute to try something out because I've been working on a new act, you know, getting a lot of pressure. Won't you go out on the road and do clubs and stuff?
Are you really?
Putting together an act.
Yeah.
Where I take a different kind of a hat and costume and put it on and
oh, this is good.
And assume a character.
All right, and you have some hats?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. Paul Schaefer, assuming...
Hi, that's one. Hello there, that's another. What's happening?
This is amazing.
How's it going, eh? You know what I mean? I can go.
Now, this is...
Sky's the limit.
This is just off the top of your head.
Yeah. Every time I put one on, I just assume, you know, the characteristics of the thing.
That's crazy. Nobody's better at that than you, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Paul Schaefer is leaving for California tonight. He'll be on The Tonight Show tomorrow with Billy Crystal and who else?
Terry Garr.
Terry Garr.
Will be there. Don King.
Don King.
Chaka Khan.
Mm-hmm, Chaka Khan.
Yeah, so check me out tomorrow with Billy on The Tonight Show. And then following weekend, we're all going back out there for the big Emmy Awards show. And I understand you are hosting it this year. David Letterman hosting the Emmys.
Well, maybe. We're still negotiating.
Still negotiating that?
Still negotiating.
We'll all be there, though.
But I promise you one thing, I'll be singing and dancing my brains out.
Bet you will.
Let me just clear one thing up right here with regard to future employment in the entertainment field. I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't like to be near anybody who does.
I don't blame you.
I'm sorry. You know, we're all going to Pasadena at the end of this week. We're all going to be in Pasadena for the weekend. You going to be there, Paul?
You are hosting the Emmy Awards.
I'm co-hosting. Co-hosting, not
hosting.
Co-hosting.
Who else is hosting?
Oh, the lovely and the talented Shelley Long. Shelley Long.
You and Shelley.
Did I mention lovely?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, forget the filling. I'm excited about the Emmys.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. But
let's bring out our first guest.
Let me ask you one thing, though, just before you bring her on. I'm excited about who's here to our first guest, but what are you actually going to be doing on the Emmys? Because
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Our first guest tonight...
Aren't you co-hosting the...
Well, not really. No. I'm in charge of valet parking.
You're not... Wait a minute. You're not really co-hosting?
No, I'm not really co-hosting.
What are you going to be...
Well, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm there for.
You're not sure why...
I have to pass out towels when the dancers come off stage. I don't know. Towels can be purchased separately, so... I think you're going to... You know, we're going out for the Emmy broadcast Sunday on this network, and I'm going to be involved in the production. And it's prime time, and I don't really do a lot of prime time television work. And so I'm going to be a little nervous. So this is what you'll be seeing if you see me at all on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the First Lady of Television, Lucille Ball. Lucy.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. How are you? You know, Desi and I did so many shows together. It's hard to remember them.
What actually are you going to be doing on the Emmys?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to go. Thank you. As you know, my motto is, I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't want to be near people who do. Lucille Ball, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Dave. You know, I love your show. I love the work you kids are doing. I love new ideas in TV.
This is pretty interesting news from the world of sports again. Houston Rocket player Ralph Sampson is the target of a paternity suit. The woman claims that the child was conceived in late December. Now, Ralph Sampson has an alibi. He said he couldn't be the father of this baby because at the time it happened, he was out of the lineup with a pulled groin muscle. So... Ladies and gentlemen, our good friend Lucille Ball. Say hello, Lucille.
Hi,
Thanks. Just let me say, Dave, on that Emmy thing, just let me say, if you want me to step into the negotiation,
I do. I want
break the deal down and start over again from scratch.
Yeah, please do that.
I'll be glad to do
jump in there and bring the deal down and start over from scratch.
Break it down, start it over. Yeah.
8 o'clock Sunday night right here on NBC. What are we missing on NBC that night? What are they preempting? You don't know.
We do not know.
Amazing Stories will be preempted. Thank you very much, sir. That'll throw this country into a twit, won't it? Can you be thrown into a twit? I'm not sure. Anyway, the program starts at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we'll finish up right around dawn the next day.
Yeah. And you are... What are you doing on the show exactly?
Oh, I don't know. It's, I don't know. Nothing. I'm doing nothing.
Originally, you were going to be the host of the show.
I thought I was going to be the host, and then I'm like a volunteer fireman. I'm there in case anything happens. I'll be there.
All right.
But I'm not really doing anything.
If you need somebody to race on and just straighten your tie.
Please, race on. It's
just
live.
Straighten your tie and then race right off again.
There's nothing they can do about it, you know. So
race
come
on totally naked and just straighten your tie and then race right off again.
Well, give us an idea what that'd be like, Paul. Can we?
Maybe later.
Let's do this top 10 list.
Are you looking forward to Sunday night? You're going to be a co-host on the...
Being a co-host, but it's going to be difficult to prove.
on the Emmy show.
Yeah, I've been practicing all weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the First Lady of Television, Miss Lucille Ball. I've been doing a lot of that.
Good, that's good.
It's going to be...
Thank you, David.
Now, why would you do that?
I don't know.
I'm very, very happy to introduce to you all an extraordinary lady, someone I've always admired and someone from whom I've learned a great deal. She began her multifaceted career back in Hollywood in 1933 at the Golden... I have more.
Now, wait a minute. You can keep it open. Thank you very much. God bless you. I just don't think we have time for that, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucille Ball, live! Go, Mama!
Good evening. The Governor's Award.
So, I don't know. It's going to be, it's a magic night for America, Lord knows. And originally they wanted me to sing and dance on the show.
That's what I hear.
And I don't know if you heard about this, John, or not, but I have a policy. I don't sing. Mm-hmm. I don't dance. I don't like to be near anybody who is. So...
Now let's enter an amazing world of furry hand puppets, laser guns, professional wrestlers, and talking mice. No, not a party at Robert Stack's house. I'm talking about children's television programming. Yes, children's television programming. Where would our young people be without it? Perhaps out in the fresh air getting some exercise, but that's just a theory. Anyway, it's good to know that there are quality programs for our children to watch, and it's also good to know that these fine plexiglass lecterns can accommodate more than one person.
Thank you. I am delighted to be giving this award for Outstanding Children's Program because, among many reasons, I happen to have a little daughter at home who will soon be watching television. And I think it's nice to know that she can truly expect to see some very special programs.
You'll be watching along with her.
I might even be watching with her, that's true.
And the winner is?
Yes, David.
And the winner is children's programming. Anne of Green Gables, Wonder Woman.
Now that we have looked at children's programming, perhaps in this, our 38th Emmy celebration, we should briefly turn our attentions to things more adult, specifically adult relationships between men and women, as television sees them, where we've come from, where we are now, where we're headed. handle a woman. There's a way, said the wise old man, a way known by every woman since the whole rigmarole began. And they boarded the television ark, 2 by 2, George and Gracie, Ricky and Lucy, Ralph and Alice. How to handle a woman? Mark me well, I will tell you, sir. The way to handle a woman is to love her. Simply love her. Merely love her. Love her. Love her. Love makes the world go round. There was trouble in paradise.
Bang, zoom.
The whole thing off. Those people aren't animals. But throughout all of television land, we heard the sound of... Spring is here. Up in the sky, birds will sing as if they knew. Today's the day. We'll say I do, and we'll never love me anymore.
love was you and Shelley Long together.
Let's go on to another
Emmy.
topic.
Woo!
Let's see if we...
That was some hot stuff.
Now listen,
You were
what...
blowing my mind and turning me on with Shelley Long. Solid, solid as a rock. I thought that was the best revenge for you. The Trilogy of Terror, Shelley Long, Drew Barrymore, and David Letterman. What a perfect couple.
You know...
Irreconcilable Differences, starring David Letterman and Shelley Long.
It was just another gig. I had a free weekend.
Together. That's my next fantasy trip. Ooh, Shelley. What a hot lady. What a bright lady. And what a great guy.
All right, now, where were we?
At the second annual Emmys, they presented what could be called the first comedy awards. One for outstanding kinescope personality went to Milton. I've got ties older than you, Burl.
Thank you. Thank you. My gift to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're terrific.
Thank you.
I really mean that.
Nice to see you.
Oh, shut up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You were never funnier. And it's a shame, too, I'll tell you that. I'm going to give out the awards for comedy writing. In my days in television, I didn't need writers. I just repeated what everybody else said. Here's another one you may not care for. The outstanding comedy. The nominees are...
I know, but you all look a little older, too. I'm only here, actually, because Dave Letterman is a great friend of mine. We're neighbors in Connecticut, and I've been so worried about the youngster and helping him with his material this week that I've not thought much to say for myself. And he's done so well, and I'm so proud of him, so you'll understand why I've kept it so short. I only use these for ad-libbing, incidentally, and I'm asked to give an award for the outstanding writing in a variety or music program. God knows, without writers, we would all look like Marcel Marceau, and so I am proud to mention first Sylvia Fine's musical comedy Tonight, 3 great performances. Late Night with David Letterman's 4th anniversary special. The 1986 Tony Awards. The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson, guests David Letterman, Maureen McGovern, and Adela Rivera. And the American Film Institute salute to Billy Wilder. And the winner is... Well, you better clear the aisles and take care of the children and the women here. It's David Letterman, Scheme of... Ladies and gentlemen, the Vienna Boys Choir is also... Who are you now?
I'm Steve O'Donnell, the head writer.
Of course, I've heard of you.
I want to say thank you for everybody up here. The Academy, thank you very much. And with so many people up here, you probably think there's no one left in New York for us to thank, but I want to thank a great director, Hal Gurney, our hardworking friends, Adam Resnick and Maria Pope, all the great people in our office and in the studio, and NBC for all the free coffee, and especially thanks to the guy who's the reason we're all here and why work is so much fun, Dave Letterman. Thank you. Thanks very much.
I just want to add a couple of names to the list: Brian McAloon and Ed Hall and Sue Hall and all of the friendly folks at NBC. And Brandon, don't worry, by gosh, we're not going to be third for much longer. Also, I want to thank my family in Indianapolis and my attorney in Indianapolis, Ron Elberger, only because it will really confuse him. Okay, thank you very much.
But there will be a production number, though.
Yeah, actually, there's 3 production numbers, one in the beginning, one in the middle, and one in the end, and I'm in charge of valet parking. That's about all I'm doing. So that's Saturday night, Sunday night. Well, yeah. I don't know what it is.
You know, I was watching television recently, and something occurred to me. If you play with the contrast button, you can make Peter Jennings look like a Klingon. But something else occurred to me, too, and that was that a lot of great personalities who entertained the first generation of TV viewers are still around, still giving their best to a whole new generation. And do you know what else occurred to me? I think this idea would make a wonderful closing production number.
Hey, old friend, are you okay? Old friend, what do you say? Old friend, are we or are we unique? Time goes by, everything else keeps changing. You and I, we get continued next week.
Most friends fade or they don't make the grade. Ones are quickly made, and in a pinch, sure, they'll do.
But us, old friends, what's to discuss? Old friends, here's to us, who's like us, damn few.
So old friends, fill me in slow. Old friends, I want to know, though where women
Thank you. George, nice to see you. How you doing?
I think we should say goodnight.
That's it. Thank you very much, Shelley. Thanks, folks, for being here. We'll see you next year. Good night, everybody. Drive safely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Our long national nightmare is finally over. And now, Paul, a small prayer. Please, God, don't ever let me be in prime time again.
You killed. You were... No, you were fine.
What is this? We've been going. We didn't do a show yesterday. Look at this little bit of nastiness here on the floor. What the hell is that exactly? Oh, my goodness. Can we, I'm not going to touch it, but something obviously left over from the sports guys, wouldn't you think? It looks sort of like sports residue, doesn't it?
Sports residue.
Somebody's what?
Bob Costas had a long hair.
No, I don't think that's left over from Bob Costas's hair. Bill. And maybe you shouldn't be making fun of Bob Costas's... Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell were we talking about?
I think we were talking about Sunday night.
You know, I'll tell you one interesting little thing.
Yeah.
First of all, if anybody ever asks you to host one of these things, do yourself a favor, plan a death in the family. I don't know, is that too harsh? I don't know. No, I loved it. It was great fun, and I feel though I probably grew as a performer.
No. Listen, you looked...
Stop it.
Never mind. I got a long list of people who said make sure, because I was there. I had a great time myself.
I knew I was in trouble about a minute into this nonsense. I hear Schaefer laughing from somewhere in the auditorium. And in that circumstance, if you're making him laugh, you're just hanging yourself.
When I laugh, it's because it's the most perceptive.
We know why you laughed. We know exactly why you were laughing.
No, I laughed because I was into the material. But a lot of people said, make sure you tell David he was fabulous.
Yeah, well, no, but now here's, don't do that. I'll come up. You get out of here, guys. Just get out. We had to send Bill to Robert Wright's office. He was misbehaving, and we had to unload him.
The word on the street, though...
Oh, now stop it. I have a little anecdote here to tell you, and then you can yammer all you want.
Then I'll give you... Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now ask me what I asked you to ask me.
Okay. I wanted to know anyway. Sybil Shepherd.
Yeah, okay, so...
Did you get to... No, that's...
Of course I did, Paul. Everybody did.
No. What about Sybil Shepherd?
We're getting ready to do this silly little nonsense on NBC. Carried it, didn't it? And by the way, this show...
thing called the Emmys, the Emmy Awards.
You know how much this show cost? I don't know if you saw it or not, but you know how much it cost them to put on this show? Take a guess. Paul, you guess. How much it...
$2.5 million.
$3 million.
Wow.
To do
Really?
that.
I was just... It really did cost $3 million.
$3 million.
That's a big show.
And they had the music coming out of a Walkman, which I thought was... So anyway, we're getting ready to do this broadcast out of Pasadena, and that was kind of the fun, too, flying all night 3,000 miles to be in Pasadena. And we get there, and just this, like 5 minutes before the show begins, and everybody's quite nervous, and Sybil Shepherd is there with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, they're very nice people. Out of a flask, he's drinking tequila. So I think he thought he had won something because he... and I hope I can phrase this delicately, but just like 30 seconds before I'm supposed to go out there and whatever happens, Sybil Shepherd is walking around clutching part of her anatomy, asking various people if they wouldn't mind feeling it for her. And she turns to me and she says, "Would you mind feeling this for me?" Now, I'm surrounded by a group of strange people, and I look at everybody and I said, I'm stupid if I pass this up, aren't I? And everybody said, yes, you are. And so I then got to do this.
Yeah.
And that was the highlight for me.
Well,
what?
Can you just zero in on what?
Well, no, I don't think that I don't. I mean, it sounds a little coarse now, don't you think?
Yeah, but it probably to us, those of us who are making up our own stories, probably a lot coarser than maybe it really was.
Well, no, it was all kind of good, clean fun.
Good, clean fun.
Yeah, like being at camp, that kind of fun. That kind of fun.
Well, just give me a hint.
Well, no, I mean, it's not important. It's not really that important.
Was it above or below the waist?
Oh, no, we're not going to get into that. But she was there with her boyfriend, so how untoward could it have been?
Who is she going with now?
A chiropractor. Well, now, don't start whining. Yeah, like she ought to be going out with a musician. Yeah.
She doesn't get enough, out of this guy, a chiropractor?
Maybe we just better go on.
Anatomy work?
Maybe we just better go on. Let me tell you.
Work?
Huh?
She doesn't get enough deep tissue work out of this? Have you ever been Rolf?
Huh?
Have you ever
Never
been
mind.
Rolf?
Australian actor Paul Hogan is here tonight. You know who else? I've never seen Joan Collins in person, but I got to see her in person, and she had this dress on. She looked like Princess Zendar from the Noxzema Galaxy. We have no idea where. It was everybody was very nice.
Here's Mary Hart said, make sure you tell David how fat.
Also on the program tonight, child actor Jerry O'Connell from the motion picture Stand By Me, and Sam Kinison will be joining us. What? Oh, say hello to our friend.
Good evening. I'm Sybil Shepherd.
I'm Bruce Willis.
Oh, you're milking the applause, or what? The nominees for Outstanding Directing in a Drama Series are Gabrielle Beaumont for Hill Street Blues, Two Easy Pieces, George Stanford Brown for Cagney and Lacey, Parting Shots, Will McKenzie for Moonlighting, My Fair David, Steven Spielberg for Amazing Stories, The Mission,
And Peter Werner for Moonlighting, The Dream Sequence Always Rings Twice. And the winner is George Stanford Brown, Cagney and Lacey.
Good evening, I'm Joan Collins. I'm not cracked, and I'm delighted to be here tonight to present this very prestigious award.
Thank you very much, Paul, and welcome back to the program. I didn't mean to imply that Joan Collins was odd-looking herself. It's just this outfit she had on was a little strange, that's all.
Ah.
Like fenders and lightning bolts and stuff. But she's quite a handsome woman. She looks great, really, really.
Lovely gal.
Yeah, for someone in her 70s, she really is. But it was odd. Did you see her there, Paul?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, did you speak to her?
Striking. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Spoke to Hank Mancini, though.
Yeah?
He said,
nice?
Tell him he was fabulous on the show.
But they pretty much seem to be nice folks.
And
okay, here we go.
And Nipsey Russell.
Nipsey Russell was there?
Said on the plane back, he said, make sure you tell David what a great job.
Was that a charter? You and Nipsey had a charter coming back?
Also on the flight, Keisha from the Cosby Kids,
yeah.
Her dad said, make sure you tell David.
It's interesting. Bill Cosby was not on the Emmy broadcast because he doesn't believe in competition among actors. However, he was on 80% of all commercials shown that night. So, we recently learned that you're doing it again. That laugh. That's what I heard the other night.
That's the real,
yeah, that's
legitimate laugh.
We know
I
what
really
that
think
is.
something's